short films, which is the creator, before we move into Taste of Cherry. Before handing over the mic to Priyanshu, obviously I'd say that I have known him for a while now, and Sanchit has collaborated with him, worked with him often times, and his work always grabs me. It always has a way of making you feel, and not dissimilar to some of the best filmmakers of then and now. So we're very grateful to have him here to curate our first, independent screening.
Hello, hi. Thanks to Sid and the entire team. I remember him telling me about this idea of having a cinema community in Delhi. So I think I have to speak about the creator now.
Up to you.
Yeah. So I do Instagram full time, and I have an agency that manages my work. So on one of their annual calls that happens in April, I was on a call with my manager and her senior, and they were just telling me, okay, you know what would work right now? Because that was the same time when 75 Hard Challenge and all of these things were going on. Everybody on Instagram, to gain attention, to gain traction on their account, were doing challenges and series wherein they would just put out content every single day around one particular topic. And so they told me, what if you make something around that? You do a challenge, like making a short film in 7 days, or like making something in XYZ days, doing something every day, and you do that. And I realized that's not what I would be able to do, right? It's not sustainable, it's not doable. But just then this idea hit me of making something on a person who tries to do this challenge. And that's when the idea of the creator first hit me. And it was that time in my life when I was just being told by my manager, of course, who would want me to do great work, to make stuff and make shit that would just work. But it was also time in my life when I was just terribly sad and not in the best state of mind to do something. But doing Instagram, in order to earn money now for almost 2 years now, I've realized that the audience doesn't care. They might tell you that they do. Nobody does. Nobody cares. You need to put out content, you need to put out stuff online. And when it hit me to make something around that, and so I thought of the creator. The idea stayed with me for around 2 months before I finally went out and made it. It has 4 episodes, 1 minute 30 seconds each, and I still am proud of how we pulled that off. Sanchit here, who was introduced earlier, was there. He saw the shoot happen, and we were shooting in the middle of random chai tapris in CP without, it was just him, me, and a friend who helped us shoot it. And we shot it on phone without any equipments. And I think the entire budget of the shoot was somewhere around 1,000, which was just cigarettes. And that's when it hit me, cinema for me, how I would define it is, it's anything you do to just express and not impress. And I think that happens a lot, that we blur out the line between these two. It's just a medium of communication. It's just a language that you acquire, and language ka purpose ही express करना होता है, not to impress somebody.
Without further ado, let's begin. The way we're going to do this is, anyone can have the floor at any point of time. आप में से कोई भी सवाल है, अगर आपके पास comment है, pass you want to address something that you're felt about either the creator or about Taste of Cherry, or even otherwise, just taking from that and going someplace else with your own thoughts. We have the time for it, just know that we don't have a lot of time for it, because I've been told that we have to clear the 20, since we already, unfortunately, didn't start on time, right? Priyanshu, would you like to begin, or would you want someone else to begin with a line of questioning or comment? Do you have any concept?
I think
to begin with.
I think we can just talk a little bit about what we feel about the film.
Sure.
You said you also have a way you start.
Sure. ठीक है, मैं बहुत but मैं चालू करता हूँ. See, this is my first. Don't kill me, so the CEAC audience, but this was my first Kiarostami film. I have never watched a Kiarostami film before this, and I loved it. I think it was very heartfelt, and a lot of the things that तुम पहले बोल रहे थे ना, like we were talking about show don't tell, and Sanchit और मैं पीछे बात कर रहे थे, which is a basic storytelling rule. And I think we could see that here. You could see even Kuleshov, if you have heard of Kuleshov effect and all. Kaise Kiarostami has just shown the character and then you just cut to him looking at the birds. Or you just show again, you just look at the character, and then you cut again just to the machinery and the effects of the machinery on the environment and how, and the audience gets that. You don't need to spell it out for the audience. Audience 2 को देखता है, audience 2 और को देखता है, audience को पता है 4 के बारे में बात हो रही है. Audience 5 तक पहुंच ही नहीं सकता because it's so blatantly obvious, and I love that. Another thing that I personally really liked about the film, which I don't know if other people could find this, is that what restraint है. Restraint is such a good, important part of storytelling, which obviously in commercial films we don't get as much. But it's so powerful when it's utilized well, because for the first 10, 15, 20 minutes, I have no idea what this man wants from. मेरे को कुछ नहीं पता कि क्या job. On some level, my head is going to all kinds of things, right? Perverse thoughts.
Yes.
But not once did I think that maybe this person maybe wants to, yeah, for the lack of a better word, yeah. So that's a really good sign of a storyteller, right? Again, there's a restraint. He could have told us at any moment, maybe within 5 minutes of the film, within 2 minutes of the film. Most people will tell you the part of the joke right there and then. He keeps you on the book. He waits. And then finally, when he's revealed, oh. So I think these are the things that I really enjoyed about the film. If anyone in the audience wants to share some of their thoughts, if they're unsure, you want to let it be anyone, like.
Just like all of what you said was what I felt about the film also. मतलब जब मैंने पहली बार देखी थी, and also apart from that, what I really what it made me feel when I watched it for the first time and even today was how it makes you look at hope. That hope is not hope when it comes to you doesn't come in a box which is packed in like the shiniest material. It is just the mundane, but you just look at it for 2 more seconds than you would normally. And that's what I feel about this film when they cut to the B-rolls of, the nature, or just when he's looking around, trying to take all of that in. When he does that in the beginning, if those shots are, for example, for like 2 seconds, at the end they are for 4.
Yeah.
So that's that minor detailing and that difference कि अब वो ज़्यादा देर के लिए देख रहा है. Just it was very simple. It was very obvious. It was right there. But I think that's what hits you the most, because that's what we often ignore. Hope lies in the mundane. It is not a gift of God. It is there. You just need to see it. So that's what I love about this film. And if anybody else has anything that they loved about the film, they want to share,
I think I will actually say something before that. I am going through a dark period of my own life, and I came today into this dark space. Obviously, there is some light now. And I have felt negative thoughts just as much as this man, probably not nearly as much. But the film lifts you.
Yeah.
The film actually made me also feel, because they're talking about the sky, they're talking about the sun. And I'm suddenly in my own balcony, I'm looking up at the blue sky, which we can see right now in Delhi, thank God. And I'm looking at the canopy of the trees and everything. I'm like, yaar, zindagi to itne kharab make. So, yeah, I think that's all from me. Anyone in the audience who wants to lead us into this discussion with thoughts, comments, questions, please, yeah, go ahead.
I really like the dialogues, especially like the kind of people they sat with him, So there was the young soldier and a bit older guy, then the oldest guy. So like how like their perspective in life and like, the way they talk to the guy, it was very different. So the oldest guy, he's seeing and actually facing such situation. Like he actually like sits with the guy and tries to talk to him, tries to get answers from him. And when he doesn't, like, even then he just keeps on talking. Like in the beginning, I was a bit like, where is this going? Like, why doesn't this guy like just tell them what he wants them to do? When like, the whole slow revelation sort of thing, that was really amazing through the dialogues.
Yeah, I am.
I think there was a very minor detail which I also noticed today only. It might be far-fetched and me thinking too much into it. But the shot where the oldest guy at the end gets off the car and enters the university campus, that shot of the gates, how they're set up against the sky and it's so bright and the gates are so huge. It was as if he was entering the gates of heaven and like he was God himself who had come. It just made me think of that. So that was what I felt about the ending. But yeah. I don't think it immediately impacted the way I used to think of how I want to go about making stuff. But the indirect impact that it had at that time was there's this very simple thing and this one word, which is conviction. At a lot of places, even I was discussing it with Sanchit back there, ki it is such a fearless decision to just keep the camera on and let it track and not cutting it, not cutting to a close-up for an emotionally impactful dialogue. Just keeping it at probably at 100 meters, itne bhi dur se unhone record kiya and just kept rolling. So the conviction ki what you want to really tell will go out and it will impact people if it is coming from your own heart. And something that I very recently also heard about the same thing was I don't think if you would call it an interview or a podcast, मतलब सभी कर रहे हैं वो, but उसमें जावेद अख्तर साहब had said कि if you're writing down a scene in a 5-star hotel in Bombay somewhere, and if you write down a scene and it's an emotional scene and you just cry while writing it, then that becomes into a script, and then it gets printed into multiple copies, and then all of those copies are distributed to around 200-300 people who then make something on it, and then that film would get made, and then its prints would reach out to the smallest towns of the country. तो उन्होंने जबलपुर का नाम लिया था शायद, तो जबलपुर के एक सिंगल स्क्रीन थिएटर में फिल्म चलेगी, और जब वो सीन आएगा तो because you cried in your room while writing it, after all of this, that one person sitting in a theater in Jabalpur might also cry watching that. But if you did not cry while writing it, if you did not feel those emotions up right here, then no matter who watches it, where they watch it, they would also not feel that. So I think that is the only thing that is required in any form of storytelling. You just need to believe and be convinced that you believe in it. वरना वो पता चल जाता है. So here also I think Kiarostami, मतलब he's a legend. So the conviction is evident through the screen, through the cuts. Even in his other films, I recently watched Close Up, and to go about making something that crazy, if you guys have not watched, please watch Close Up. It's a crazy take on cinema through a film itself. So to do such stuff which requires such incredible levels of conviction, and to do that so incredibly well, I think that just goes on to say that belief is the only thing that you need, and you need to have that belief first. So I think that has impacted my work indirectly. It has become like a subconscious check while writing something. Do I believe in it or not? If I believe in it, then I don't care if people get it or they don't. Since Instagram has reduced the feedback loop to इतना ज़्यादा कि अब hate एकदम से आ जाता है. So do I get hate for it or not? But do I believe in it is the primary question, and everything else then gets framed around that. So that is how it impacted me indirectly. Directly, though, I was also in a very bad phase, I think, when I watched it. But it made me realize that hope is right there. It just needs you to stop and look at something for 2 more seconds.
Valid question. Does anyone have any thoughts? Do you have any thoughts on it? What? Because say, from a structural point of view, I think as writers, it is very important that we also understand that these are conscious decisions we take. ना कि कौन से किरदार को कितना उम्र क्या देना है, क्या कपड़े पहनाने हैं, क्या occupation देना. All of these things matter. Like it matters, for example, when Kiarostami says that you're fine with a weapon, but you're not fine with a stayed. So that even the soldier, the Kurd soldiers are. So I think it's a very valid point, and there is a reason why he structured that old man to come at the end, and it to be an old man, and it to be the person who gives this person hope. So it's a very valid point, I think, also to bring up.
I think it has, in my opinion, even I thought of it, and I think it also had something to do with probably fear. Ki the youngest person might just be too fearful of what would happen if he does this, and maybe his need for money isn't as big as his fear is, and that doesn't make him do it. Even if he like वो समझ पाता नहीं समझ पाता is secondary, but I think उसका need for money couldn't overpower his fear to even be willing to understand it.
Absolutely, because punishment सदा की तो लंबी है ना, मतलब yeah, whether it be of life or death or whatever it may be, it is also the fact that that person has their whole life ahead of them.
Yeah.
Whereas this person is at the bloody end of their life, so on some level. So वो भी definitely has some impact on their decision making. Wonderful thoughts. Anyone else? Yeah.
Like
Personally, I think it's a valid point to raise. Personally, मुझे तो लगता है that is his way of, saying on some level.
Maybe he knows कि मतलब it is a battle you have to fight for yourself and nobody else can save you from it.
Yeah.
You can do it, and he knows no matter how much convincing he does.
उसने वो nerve वैसे भी छू दिया है.
हाँ.
Now it is up to the person to take that. It's on.
Yeah. Delaying the decisive moment. I think the old man, again coming back to that, I think the reason he stopped convincing him towards the end was because he knew he can only tell him where the mulberry tree is, then he'd have to taste the cherry for himself.
So it's the main thing. It's what Kurosami has done to us. To show them the path.
हाँ.
बस अब बस उसकी मर्जी है, whether they want to pursue that path, not pursue that path.
Initially I used to just answer कि अब it has become second nature, but then I read this one poem by Charles Bukowski, and I don't remember it exactly. I'll just paraphrase the first line very badly, and उसमें he just says until it doesn't come out of you burning, don't write. And it just put into words what I have always been feeling about writing. कि I don't know, first of all, how a story comes, but it's just I know कि अगर मैं उसको नहीं लिखूंगा तो what would happen, and I would feel very bad and terribly sad and clueless. I think more than anything, it's a very selfish need to just write something down and then money. But yeah, I think ये सबका अलग-अलग process होता है to write. If I want to get specifically into the technicality of it, my personal process is just observation. So just observing something, if it inspires something, if it strikes a chord, something that I have also felt, and then I see it out there, that makes me want to make a story so I can put that thought into a story and then tell it to people. So that's my process, but also what Bukowski said. After a point, it does, and it should become second nature.
Very difficult question, am I? You to answer?
I do not. Honestly, very honestly. Initially, I did. When I started out, when I initially went from like 20k to 100k in a month, I just wanted to replicate what worked. But within a month, I was probably in the worst phase of my life mentally because I just could not watch my own work. I still don't remember those 3 months of my life, how I made what I made, and it was just last year. Honestly, it was just a bunch of films that made me this conviction wala point that I said, right? It first happened to me when I was watching, the cinephiles would probably hate me, but I was watching Veer Zara ka re-release, okay? And I was just...
Love that. I'm not going to need it.
I was watching it. I was in that phase only जिसके बारे में बात कर रहा हूँ कि मेरे को अपना खुद का काम पसंद नहीं आ रहा था because I just didn't know what to make. I to try in the attempt of making something that people would like. I had forgotten what I liked, and I was watching Veer Zara, and I just realized यही conviction वाला point कि भाई एक इंडियन आर्मी ऑफिसर को एक पाकिस्तानी लड़की से प्यार हो गया, उसके ऊपर 3 घंटे से ज़्यादा की पिक्चर बना दिया बिकॉज वन गाय इन हिज रूम जस्ट फेल्ट कि ओके क्यों नहीं, why not make something that you just want to, and people loved. I genuinely, it is one of my favorite films, and then a month later I watched this for the first time, and तब से I don't think I have kept in mind कि अच्छा this would work or not. Totally, that does not define how I go about making a story, but हाँ अगर एक story में मुझे पता है कि पहली लाइन ये होगी तो ज़्यादा लोगों का attention मैं खींच पाऊँगा, या फिर ये होगी तो कम लोगों का आएगा. And if it does not compromise in the story a lot, I would choose any day the one that holds more people's attention, because I want to tell the story to a larger audience. But that never defines what I want to say, if that makes sense. It is primarily for myself. As I said, कि मतलब it might sound कि I'm romanticizing it too much, and it's just the start for me, that's why I'm doing it. But I don't know, it just feels very that feeling when I'm editing something that I've made and I have just finished the color grading and it's ready and I can see it. That feeling is what makes me go through all of that to just make stuff. So I think that is a very selfish thing, and I think it should be selfish. आर्ट सेल्फिश होनी चाहिए थोड़े हद तक, वरना वो लोगों के लिए बन जाती है, और फिर लोगों के लिए आई थिंक दैट्स द डिफरेंस बिटवीन आर्ट एंड कंटेंट, राइट? आर्ट इज व्हाट यू मेक फॉर योरसेल्फ, कंटेंट इज व्हाट यू मेक फॉर द वर्ल्ड. सो आई
That's a bit hot. Yeah, hot listening you.
या तो दैट्स इट. मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि मैं बहुत प्योरिस्ट बन के सिर्फ एक चीज़ बनाना चाहता हूँ, या मेरे को लगता है दोनों का होना ज़रूरी है टू सर्वाइव इन दिस, at least in the economy we are and what I am doing personally. वहाँ पे if I just go about making something that only I like and you know लोगों का कुछ ना सोचो तो वो भी नहीं चलेगा. But वो balance, I think to find that balance where you can create, अगर महीने की 6 वीडियो बना रहा हूँ मैं, तो उसमें से 4 मेरे लिए और 2 लोगों के लिए, पर वो 2 लोगों के लिए जो बना रहा हूँ वो भी मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि बिल्कुल ही भाई मैं बिल्कुल कर दूँ crazy.
How do you deal with writing?
Oh, I'm going through one right now. I think I have still not figured it out, but the best way to go about it is just to write. I think writing does not mean writing gold. It also means writing shit until until a bit of gold is found in it.
वाह, एक और बरता लिया.
Sorry to everybody जो दिखा रहे थे कुछ, but I think that's the only way you come out of it. मतलब Aaron Sorkin का एक इंटरव्यू I was watching. Aaron Sorkin is the guy who wrote The Social Network, A Few Good Men भी I think he wrote. So he just said कि भाई सबके साथ ही होता है, and when it happens to him he just goes out on a drive and just drives around, and I don't know how to drive.
I think that you want to do from here. The same banal things as state.
So I think whatever works for you. I think laziness is a very underrated thing, and laziness is the best friend of creativity. When nothing comes to you, just lie down for a bit and then get back to writing. So उनका mixture करते रहना is, I think, is what's the most important.
Was it any movie or anything that you saw that gave you like a thought that I want to be a filmmaker or something?
Oh, Parasite. Like it was like a switch when I watched Parasite, and especially when I watched Parasite win at the Oscars. That speech, I think I watched it for like 20-30 times now. Just Bong Joon-ho getting on stage and saying that I'll drink till morning.
Subtitles, 1 inch of subtitles.
Once you overcome the barrier of 1 inch barrier of subtitles, you are introduced to such great cinema. And I think that was one of the first films that I watched that was not in a language that I was familiar with. And it just fucked me up, I think, and made us come here. As everyone knows, I have Parasite. You could have a screening of Parasite again.
You will see a Parasite. Like Bong Joon-ho को call मिला था.
Yeah, also.
Okay, I think thank you Priyanshu, thank you everyone. Yeah. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming, guys.
Is it rolling? Right. Hi, it's Priyanshu, and we just wrapped up the screening and the discussion of Taste of Cherry, a wonderful film.
And we had such a great time listening to everybody's opinions about the film, about filmmaking in general, about hope, about life, about all things wholesome in this gloomy weather. So I hope you all also enjoyed watching it, and I hope you stay tuned for more.
I am strolling along, just minding my business, humming a song. I'm happy by myself, not a care in the world. This is a life, just me, myself.